Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video of the brand new RuneWars miniatures game expansion, Oathsworn Cavalry. My name is Simon and I'll be doing the unboxing today. So what we're going to do is open this up and I'll show you what you get inside. It's not an in-depth guide into how to play with the cavalry or anything like that. It's just showing you what cool stuff you get in there, and I might even dispense some of my amazing advice. So RuneWars miniatures game is Fantasy Flight Games miniature game that's not long come out, so we've only had a core set. This is part of the first wave of expansions. It's quite a fun game. I've played it at a demo day, which was really cool and fun and enjoyable, and it's cool to see the expansions finally coming out. Now the Oathsworn Cavalry you already get in the box set, in the core set that is, so this is just expanding from there. So you get these 4 figures with the trays. You get the 5 upgrade cards, the command wheel, some tokens to go with it because it's FFG, there's always tokens, and the unit card. So the first thing I'm going to point out is how big this box is. It's a big box. I mean, look, compare the size of my hand. See? I have nothing else to compare it to. So yeah, this is an absolutely huge box for what amounts to 4 figures and 5 cards and a command wheel. So it's probably just for its shelf presence, the fact that it is so big, but it seems unnecessarily big. So let's have a look inside. So here we go. So this is how it comes. As you can see, it really doesn't justify the box size. So we'll slide this bit out. Leave that there for a moment. So here's this cardboard insert, and we'll open it up. So pieces there, we've got that there. Like there. So here we go. So we've got a huge amount of recycling already, and just a big piece of cardboard which kept everything all together inside the box, stopped it from rattling around. And here you go. Here is everything that came in the box. I just think the box is excessive, personally. And maybe not, maybe it isn't. Maybe in terms of designing something that would fit everything, it becomes more awkward. But personally, I think it is excessive. So we will start with the slightly less exciting bits. We have here the sheet of tokens. So you get everything you'd need to run the unit with. In fact, we're going to leave that there, we'll take that bit out. You get your command wheel, which is probably the most important thing, and then some ID markers, number 8, and then your sort of panic tokens, stun and stuff. So a couple of tokens in there, not a huge amount though, not compared to what you normally get with a lot of things like in say X-Wing. So here we have our printout, which is included with it. Nice bit of story in there, because there's a lot of story to the RuneWars game, because I think it's the Runebound universe, so it's FFG's own setting, so there's a lot of story and character going on. A little assembly guide for the figures as well. Then we have our component list inside, and the action dial and modifier dial reference. Useful if you're, say, playing in competitive play. You might want to cut out of each of these, make like a little tiny folder of them. And then that way when you're playing your opponent, you can always refer back to what they are capable of doing. And on the back just now, but for Descent, which is the really cool sort of board game-esque, role-playing-esque tabletop game set within the same universe. If you've ever played Imperial Assault, it's based off of that in terms of the mechanics. The rule set comes from Descent. So, really cool game. Give it a check. So yeah, so that's a little fold out you get with it. Then we will have a look at the cards. So there's not really many in there. This feels very lightweight. Let's have a look what we've got in here. So we have our unit card. This is exactly the same as the one from the core set. Nothing has changed here. Artwork is the same. Everything else apart from, well, no, not even apart from, everything else is identical in there. So there we go. So it shows you everything you need to see on there. So what is new, mostly, are these upgrade cards. So you get 5 upgrades in here, as you can see. Now Shield Wall was already in the core set, so I'm not going to talk about that one. I'm going to pop that down to one side. So we have here 4 new upgrade cards. 2 of them are exclusive to this box set. 2 of them you can find in some of the other expansions as well at the moment. So here we have Dispatch Runner. So the unit would gain the skill Exhaust the card to cause another ally at range 1 to 3 to perform a melee attack, then that ally receives a stun token. So that's quite an interesting one, allowing a nearby unit to gain a to gain an attack in exchange for a stun token. So the only skill we've got in the Oathsworn Cavalry is spend 2 surge to receive an inspiration token. So if you've not got the surge but you still want to pull a skill off, you know, That's, yeah, adds a nice little option, but it does come in at 7 points, which seems like on the higher end of upgrade costs for 7 points. So then we have, let me do this in this order. Then we have flank guards, which is a training upgrade. Or I should have said the previous one was a champion upgrade. Flank guards is while you're defending, enemies do not add an extra die for flanking you. That is 5 points. Ideally with cavalry, I mean, the classic is cavalry does its charge, then feints back, charges again, so hopefully you'd never get caught in a flanked position. But for the 5 point upgrades, you know, it could be what stops your opponent from getting that nice advantage off if they are flanking you. And that one is available in one of the other, I think the Daikan Infantry Command or something. Daikan, I always get that one. So here we go. So here we have Heraldic Surcoats. So this is a heraldry upgrade for the unit. When you suffer a morale test, your opponent draws 1 fewer card to a minimum of 1. So there's always a chance of them at least getting something off because it's the minimum of 1, but it does stop, you know, them stacking up 3 tokens and getting 3 cards and increasing the chance of 1 firing off on you. So personally, I quite like that one because I don't like the panic stuff because it's mean. So that one is exclusive to this box set. We then have another training, which is the Moment of Inspiration. So it's a 5 cost. It grants you melee. You may exhaust this card to add 1 white die. So this is only when you're doing a melee attack. And that's nice. That's a little bit of extra damage potential in there. Pretty cool. So for your training slot and 5 points, that's not bad. If you take a look on the back here, it shows you where you've got those, at which sizes you can do those upgrades. As you can see, training is available right from the start, equipment and training. Next up, which would require either the core set or 2 of these box sets, then gets you into the heraldry, and then if you've got the 6 or more trays, you can get that champion in there as well. So yeah, so that was the upgrade cards in there. Then we have the models in here. Now I'm not going to spend too long showing you this, simply because they are exactly the same as the one from the core unit, which is a shame. So I'm not going to find this guy's head out just because it is hidden. Have I got these the right way around? Because there's 2 different cavalry and there's 2 different I might have got the wrong cavalry there, but either way there's 2 different cavalry, 2 different horses, steeds if you will, and then 2 different riders on there, but they are the same as the ones in the core set, which is a shame. I was hoping for maybe like one of them to be the same and one of them to be different. That would have been, you know, it would have been a good reason to buy the expansion other than that handful of upgrade cards. Because a lot of people, I imagine, when buying into this game have bought multiples of the core set, so you're already going to have a lot of cavalry. So a new mould would have been much nicer to have seen. But as always with FFG, it is a good detailed figure, lots of stuff going on there. It will look really nice painted up. I like the well-defined edges of the armour. It allows you to paint the ray sections, the edges, separate colours much more easily, especially if you're new to painting. And that will just make the model pop almost instantly, make it look really good. So, as always, the quality, the figures, very high quality, very good. Just, like I said, just a shame that the sculpts are the same for this cavalry. And then you get your movement trays in there as well. So yeah, so there we go. That is everything you get in the Oathsworn Cavalry expansion. There's not a huge amount here to talk about. We've already seen a lot of this in the core set. And the focus really is on these upgrade cards. I love the Moment of Inspiration for the extra damage. The surcoats, quite nice, could be quite useful. Pardon me, sorry. Sure wall and the dispatch runners, kind of cool, kind of neat. Flank guards, that one I'm less enamoured to, just inside this unit anyway. Maybe on standard infantry. They could be quite useful because they should be being bogged down if you will, getting caught up in a big brawl. So there we go. But yeah, so that is everything in the Oathsworn Cavalry. Not the most exciting expansions, unfortunately, especially if you have bought multiple core sets. You're almost likely to want to try and skip this one. The Infantry Command, now those are amazing box sets. But yeah. So, I hope you have enjoyed watching. Remember, all the components you've seen here today can be bought and sold individually on our website on bigorbitcards.co.uk. Check that out if you want to buy some individual pieces or trade some in, if you want to maybe look at acquiring some points towards more goodies. Otherwise, Remember to like and subscribe. Check out my other RuneWars unboxings. I've got the core set and the rest of the expansions that are coming out, so have a look at those if you're curious. Any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.